Australians are also voting tomorrow, but in a referendum. Now, this referendum will decide whether the country's constitution should recognise First Nations people by giving them a voice to Parliament. If approved, a new Aboriginal body would advise the government on policies directly affecting Indigenous people. But opinion polls suggest most Australians are against the idea. Now, in the last of two special reports, Roger Maynard reports on why Yes campaigners believe the constitutional change is so important.
Roy R.C. is a proud descendant of the Wiradjuri nation and now devotes much of his time campaigning on behalf of the Yes vote, which he believes would lead to better living conditions and opportunities for Australia's First Nations people. He grew up near the New South Wales country town of Wellington, where he endured a poor and troubled early life.
I come off a reservation and mission, and my mum, she was very, we lived in absolute poverty and welfare dependency, and, I have 5 sisters and 2 brothers, and we done it tough, we done it hard, absolute poverty, and welfare dependency. I always say that the biggest killer of Aboriginal people in this country is absolute poverty and welfare, and I think that's why we need a voice, because a voice will empower or give our people a say over the matters that affect them in community.
As a multicultural nation, Australia attracts migrants from all over the world, and many of them agree that those who occupied this country for more than 65,000 years got a raw deal when it was settled by the British in 1788 and became a colony.
Aboriginal people in this country, we've always been told no. No, you can't go to the shops. Before 67, no, you can't vote. No, you don't have any rights. No, you're put on a reservation. No, you live under the white Australian policy. So we've been told all our lives that no, you can't do anything. Now it's up to the Australian people to try to bring about change.
Yes campaigners have been out in force for several weeks, dismissing concerns from the No lobby, which fears the voice to Parliament would give Aborigines a chance to influence decisions of executive government in virtually every department. Pro-voices accuse the No camp of spreading disinformation by suggesting First Nations people would challenge policy decisions and effectively make the country ungovernable. In fact, the opposite is true, according to Yes campaign leaders.
We're going to vote for Yes because we care about love and fairness and justice. That is what we're waking up to on Sunday the 15th. Yes for love, yes for respect, yes for recognition, yes to justice.
I think it's hugely important for Australia as a nation, very important to me personally.
This is our opportunity, this is our time in history to actually make a difference and allow them to have a voice in their own futures.
I think that when we wake up on October 15 having voted yes, that we will be a more united country.
I find it completely strange and unusual that people would say, vote no to this question. What's so frightening about listening and hearing people and having your voice heard?
I think it's a critical referendum and it will be a nice turning point for Australia to vote yes.
Roy R.C., whose grandfather was Chinese and grandmother Aboriginal, is typical of the ancestry of so many Australians today. He believes the racial mix shouldn't really matter these days and hopes that Australians will vote yes.
And when it's time, on the 14th of October, and it's just them and their conscience in that ballot box, let's just hope that that what prevails is the goodness in people rather than the not so good in people.
The latest opinion polls suggest the No campaigners will win, though the final result could be close. For the Yes campaigners to triumph, it'll require the support of a majority of Australian states and most of the Australian people in general. That won't be easy, given that history shows that most referendums on constitutional change have failed in the past. Roger Maynard, CNA, Sydney.